Okay, hello YouTube. This is me, Marcel. Making this video because I have good and bad news about my current situation with the cancer situation. Basically, the new chemo they were giving me that was every day for the first week of each month was working. It shrank a lot of the lymph nodes and shrank the tumor from where it was spreading. The cancer cells were spreading. It made everything recede. It's called ice. It's a very powerful, sickening type of chemo, but it was working. And I was very happy about that. And also, manifestum alocum, because alocum has been very helpful with all this. And for those of you who don't know what alocum is, go on YouTube, type in alocum, and you'll see tons of videos on what alocum is and who it is. Anyway, so manifestum alocum, one more time. And then today he tells me that they should discontinue the ice because it was already discontinued for the month because it was leaving me with such high toxicities in my blood. And also, I needed 3 blood transfusions because of the ice within 2 weeks, and that wasn't normal. As a matter of fact, the ice was giving me way too many like chemo-related sicknesses, but I'm still able to walk and stuff. And people with stage 4 cancer have basically end up being bedridden for a while when they're on this much chemo. So the other options today were to go talk about the bone marrow transplant. Again, bad news. I cannot have a bone marrow transplant. The fact that I have one lung and I'm so anemic makes it so that I won't survive the bone marrow transplant. Also, I don't qualify for any clinical studies because of the fact that I have one lung and I'm super anemic. What we're going to do now is that he gave me an option of 3 different types of medications that are not chemo, but they're chemo-like. One of which is a type of chemo where they attach chemo onto an antibody, and the antibody goes and looks for the cancer cells and destroys them like a bloodhound or some kind of predatorial animal hunting down its prey. And there's that one. Then these 2 other drugs that are basically almost like that, but they don't really hunt down the cancer, but they do destroy cancer cells. They're not cures, though. All 3 are not cures. What ends up happening is going to be that they're going to pick which one is the best one for me, excuse me. And they're going to see what it is. And a lot of times they have the same exact reactions as chemo, it's just not as bad. Um, and also, they're not chemo cures. Let's go into that. They're not known to cure chemo. They were approved by the FDA because of the fact that they do have a good effect on cancer. But when it comes to blood cancers and stuff like that, like what I have, Hodgkin's lymphoma is a blood cancer of the immune system. They're not very good against that. What it does is basically is more of a treatment to keep it under control, stop it from spreading. Some people have it shrinking, but they still undergo a great deal of treatment every single day and a great deal of side effects because of it. He told me about some lady who was having it done for the last 2 years and she's been okay with it, but I don't want to end up being one of those people who have to go for chemo every single day for the rest of their life for the next 20, 30 years. Now, I did ask what would happen if I chose not to have any type of chemo or chemicals, and he stated that I would have 4 months to 1 year. And obviously, um, I'm going to go for the medicine, and that was pretty much it. Really, that was just like the sum of it. I'm not going to go into as much detail into the different types of medicines that he's going to give me. Also, I don't have the list on me. But it was not what I expected to hear. The tests that they gave me today, they were breathing tests, preliminary tests to see if a person can handle bone marrow transplants. Because apparently bone marrow transplants get you a lot of respiratory infections, and having one lung, that's not a good thing. The bone marrow transplants also really make you sick, like super sick, sicker than chemo. So again, I don't qualify for that because I'm already super sick from the chemos, but more severe than a regular person for some odd reason. You know what's funny is that even though I'm super sick from the chemo, I'm still able to walk and talk and do everything that I always do. Well, not really do everything. I still get real tired. I'm not gonna front, but I'm still able to do a lot of things that I used to be able to do. And that's pretty much it. That was my good and bad news. So 4 months to a year to live, or have my life extended by a bunch of nasty drugs that are gonna make me sick for 2 weeks out of the month. Which means I only get 2 weeks out of the month to have fun. Because it's 4 weeks in a month. Alright, so that's pretty much it. YouTube. Yeah, so until I talk to Dr. Katosh, that's it for now. So everybody have fun. Marifefun olokum again. Yamaya olofi olofa. And Dobatala. Have a good one.